Welcome to episode 3 of the Gravity Cancel podcast. We're your hosts, Sergeant Spancakes and Rox. Rox, how you doing today?
Howdy, howdy. I'm doing pretty dang good.
Anything exciting in your life right now that you want to share?
I have recently became an Azoth main.
No, you didn't.
Yep.
Since when? We just played the other day.
About 2 days ago.
It's funny how it goes full circle.
Well, I got a really nice skin for him on accident. Started playing that axe, and I like the Sig kit. I still haven't learned bow yet. I'm still working on it.
Which skin did you end up getting?
Let's see. What is it called?
Is it the Necro?
I think so. Yeah, Necromancer.
Yeah, it's such a
with
good
the
one.
Horns and the little flame crown.
Yeah, it gives me like World of Warcraft Lich King vibes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Probably where they got the inspiration. So that's perfect segue into today's topic, or topics. We're going to talk all about Brawlhalla fashion, our favorite thing to spend money on.
Oh yes, oh yes.
So, give us a little bit of history about because last episode you said you were a whale for microtransactions.
Yeah,
well, where did that start?
I'm trying to think the very first microtransaction I ever got suckered into. There was actually this, bringing this up, it's unlocked an old memory, and it created a liar out of me. In the first or second episode, I brought up there's really only one other fighting game that I ever kind of played, and turns out that's a lie. There's 3 of them, because I just remembered there was a Marvel fighting game. It was like a mobile game. And
Clash of Heroes or something like that.
I think so. And
Clash of Champions.
And it was like a gotcha style game, and I had it for a little while, and I think it was when the Deadpool movie came out. They were like, "Hey, you can play for 72 hours and unlock Deadpool, or you can pay $15." And I was like, "I'm gonna just buy it." And I think that was my first ever microtransaction.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Oh gosh, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
No, way more than that. Probably like 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, I think my first one was probably League of Legends. And
gross.
Okay, to be fair, I was in like the super early days of League of Legends. I was playing it in college, so like probably 2009, 2010. I went to Target and I bought a physical copy of League of Legends, and it wasn't like a disc or anything, but it came with like a code for the first 20 champions or so, and
wow.
So yeah, that started my addiction to League of Legends for like 3 years. Before it was cool.
We're old, buying physical copies of PC games.
Yeah, I don't even think most people know that you can buy physical copies anymore, or could buy physical copies.
They still have a PC section in like Walmart and stuff. I don't even think GameStop really has physical PC games. They might have like a small shelf, but
yeah, they do. They have like a very small shelf, like in the middle.
Like who is that for? Like no one buys those, right?
No, if you're going to a GameStop, you're not buying a physical copy of a PC game. But okay, so League of Legends, I ended up spending probably $500 on League of Legends over the course of 2.5 years or so. But I did sell my account at the end of my League of Legends career. I sold my account for like $260. So I recouped half my money. So that's not bad. Not bad.
Add all your enjoyment you got out of the game, and it's a pretty good return on investment, I guess.
No, I do want to talk about that a little bit after we get through with our history of microtransactions. So then I went on to Smite, which is another MOBA. I think it's more fun than League of Legends. It's definitely more aesthetically pleasing. But
let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Do Yu-Gi-Oh cards count as microtransactions? They're kind of loot boxes.
Does a collectible card game count? It's effectively, booster packs were the original loot box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I wouldn't say it's a microtransaction, but it definitely it caters to the same audience that microtransactions do.
it is a gateway drug.
To
That's
microtransactions.
exactly what it is. Absolutely, that's exactly what it is.
So how much have you spent on Brawlhalla? Because you've played on several
Oh
systems.
goodness. Oh goodness. Well, let's see. I probably had like 10 skins on my Switch before I switched over. And it's kind of hard to calculate.
Yeah, I'm in the same
1,
boat.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's been... Cool. I don't know, because every once in a while, like when a new color will come out, like a holiday color, I'll buy some mammoth coins, and because I'll run out of actual gold in game.
You just need to play more.
It is definitely in the hundreds.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely in the hundreds as well. I actually just dropped another 35 last night because Nidhogg Nye, the Ragnarok chest came out or back around, so I had to get it. I did. So it was funny because I had all but 11 of the skins, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to spend $50, but if I spend 35, there's a chance I still won't get it because I can only buy 10 rolls, and I have 11 to go. And I got like, it was like my 8th roll that I got it. I was getting nervous towards the end there.
That's like I can't remember the name of the chest, but it's the one that has the demonic cross and the really cool armored Jala in it.
Yeah.
I just decided because a buddy got me a Steam gift card for my birthday, and I was just using it on chest rolls, and I really wanted that Jala skin, and I ended up getting, before the Jala skin, I got the Sentinel skin, the Mecha Azuri skin, one of the Bryn skins I didn't have, a Mecha Nash skin, that like cyborg Hattori skin. I got an Isaiah skin. I got Rayman, Ragnir, Taros, and then Jiro before I finally got it. Oh, and I also got the Azoth skin that I'm currently in love with.
It's funny how that works. You don't plan on getting a skin that you like on a chest roll. You go in with like a mindset of, okay, I'm gonna get this skin, and then you get a completely different one. You're like, man, that was so worth it, but not for the reason I thought it was gonna be worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of skins like that are like in the store that I glance over all the time, but if I had it, I would use it all the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drop 140 mammoth coins on it, but if I roll it in a chest, as part of my journey to get the skin I want, then I'll definitely use it. But as you had alluded to earlier with your return on investment, a lot of people tend to like make fun of people that spend money on microtransactions. I'm sure I've been the butt of many jokes about it because they're like, oh, you're buying stupid hats for your character in game, right? But the way I look at it is like, I've played this game for 500 hours, and let's say I've spent, I know I'm not at 500 yet, but I'm probably close. So let's just say $1 per hour, because I know I'm gonna get there eventually. $1 per hour of entertainment is pretty good, right?
So it's actually hilarious that you bring that up. Specifically $1 an hour. There's a YouTube channel that I follow called Funhouse. They're a sub company to Rooster Teeth, the guys who made Red vs. Blue back in the day, the old Halo machinima.
Didn't they make some anime too? Ruby.
Ruby. Yeah. But Funhouse had a series way long ago, like 5-6 years ago, like when they first started. It was called $1 an hour, and it was because somebody in the office said that as long as a game, if you get 60 hours out of a $60 game, you've got your money's worth. And they challenged that and made them buy like really bad Steam games for like $20. And if you didn't play it for 20 hours, it wasn't worth it. And they made a little game out of it, but I kind of got sidetracked there. But
was it a
it's
series?
Funny that you mentioned specifically $1 an hour.
Did they do like a whole series on it?
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and check that out because it always interests me. It's like I can go to dinner and drop $60 in an hour and a half, right? or I can go to the movies and spend ungodly amounts of money on snacks and popcorn. Or I can play Brawlhalla, for a whole night and drop $10 on it and be very happy with my new skin and weapons.
Absolutely. And it kind of comes back to something we brought up on a previous podcast where, I've never been so okay with spending microtransactions in a game for two reasons. One, it's all cosmetic, and two, I really like Blue Mammoth Games. I'm very happy to support them.
Yeah, it's a different game whenever you're supporting an indie dev that's not charging for their game that's really good, and they have a good model of you don't need to spend money, and you can spend a little bit of money and get a lot of content for it, as we had talked about with the Legend Pack, or you can just go absolutely nuts and buy everything like we do, and have a great time with it. I actually, because you always make fun of me for you always say that I have skin for every legend, right? I don't though. I counted it the other day. I'm short 6 legends.
Do you know which 6 off the top of your head?
Dusk, Rayman, Vector, Volkov, Jaeyun, and it was some random one. I'm like, how do I not have a skin for this character?
Nash? Do you have a Nash skin?
No, I have a Nash skin. Oh, Reno. I don't have Reno because he's new. But
well, all that makes sense.
Yeah, if you look at the legend list, they're the ones that don't have chest rolls, right?
Yeah, and like Rayman, for example, doesn't have a whole lot of crazy good skins either.
No. I was if I had enough left over, I was after my chest roll. Like if I rolled the first one, I was gonna end up buying the rest of the skins for characters I don't have. But I think we're gonna talk about some of our favorite loadouts later, so we can flex our how much money we've spent in these cool skins. But how about some crossovers? So
I am so excited about this one.
So
we've both come prepared with 2 crossovers, correct?
I have 2. I have 2.5. Like I wanted to do one, and then I started to do it, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So we can talk a little bit about that. But the crossovers right now, I think they've done a phenomenal job.
For sure. Do you want to kind of brief overview of all the crossovers we currently have?
Yeah, we can go through those. So you got Shovel Knight. Have you ever played Shovel Knight?
I bought it for the DS a long time ago, but never gotten around to playing it. I think I played like the first level, and it was around the time that a Pokemon game had just came out, and I just never picked it up. I think I ended up trading it in before I even played it, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's always seemed like one of those games that I would really enjoy. It's just I've never sat down to play it. They also have I think in the last DLC they did make like a platform fighter too. I can't remember what it was called though. But they had like this platform fighter, so it kind of makes sense that Shovel Knight's in Brawlhalla. What else we got? We got Hellboy. I'm a big Hellboy fan.
Hellboy's a really interesting one because if I'm not mistaken, it's just him. He's like the only part of the crossover.
No, there's 4.
Wait a second.
Yeah, it shows their little icons here, right? So you've got Hellboy, and I don't know much about Hellboy other than the movies.
Yeah, so I'm only familiar with Hellboy himself.
Yeah, same here. But the Hellboy cross skin is so cool. And then
I've thought about getting it a couple times. But
yeah, I like the gauntlets on it. They're very simple but very Hellboyish.
Oh, for sure.
You want to take the next 2?
So we've got. Let's see here. We've got the most recent one, Kung Fu Panda, which is really cool. I never watched Kung Fu Panda as a wee lad back when it came out.
Yeah, it was probably past my time too.
Yeah, and then Steven Universe is extremely popular. Another one that I've not actually ever watched or thought about watching.
Nope. Lara Croft. So the Laura
That's
Croft,
a really interesting one.
Yeah, it's the only one in that crossover. But you get
But it comes
skins.
with 2 skins. Yeah. It's really cool. That's a very interesting concept.
I was kind of toying with that kind of concept with one of my crossovers. I didn't go through with it though.
I gotcha.
What else? And then we have WWE. Like, I think it's the biggest one. There's like 8 of them.
Yeah, there's John Cena, Becky Lynch, Xavier Woods, The Rock, who does not take colors well, just changes his underwear. The Undertaker, Roman Reigns, and then Macho Man, and then of course I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Asuka.
Yeah. You corrected me on it the other day.
Yep. I like that. I like that they incorporated people from like every era of WWE.
I would not know.
So you got like 80s, Macho Man, 80s and 90s, Undertaker, and then it goes into like the Attitude Era with John Cena and The Rock, and then Becky Lynch and Asuka and Xavier Woods are all relatively newer, and Roman Reigns. Xavier Woods is a big gamer himself too. I think he streams.
Really?
Yeah. So cool stuff there. I'm glad he got a little shine there. And then I think the last one and second newest is The Walking Dead.
You forgot about Big Ten, Ben 10 as well.
Oh yeah, yep, Ben 10.
Yeah, it's I guess they use like the newer art style. I guess the cartoon got remade or something because the art style is a little different than I recall.
Yeah, because there was an old Ben 10 probably when we were a little bit older, but not too old that we wouldn't know what it was.
I want to say it was like in middle school because that was like around the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX days.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But so we've theory crafted some of our own crossovers. Before we get into what those are, what do you think the probability of your one or two of yours happening are?
One of them probably close to 0%, but one of them I think 90% chance will
90%. That's a high percentage.
100%.
I'm kind of with you there. One of mine, like, there's no chance, and it's such a shame because the ideas I have are so cool. And then the other one, I could see it happening because it appeals to a wide range of ages.
I gotcha. Well, you want to hit me with yours first?
All right, I'm going to start with my 0% chance one. Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
And here's why.
That
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
I wanted fighting game influence, and this kind of goes into the other crossover that I started with. Smash Bros. Already has Street Fighter with Ryu. And I think there's like a Ken skin and maybe a Guile trophy or something, I don't know. So I'm like, well, I can't put Ryu in this game because he's already in Smash Bros. And that just doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
But I started to go with the Ryu idea because they've been throwing him in every like game you can imagine for no apparent reason. He's a crossover character in Fortnite now. I think it just released this week, but they put him in the Power Rangers fighting game. A little bit of
even know there was a
foreshadowing
Power
there,
Rangers
perhaps.
fighting game.
It's so good. It is so good. It came out probably 2 years ago. Netcode's really good on it. Really cool characters. Really easy gameplay. But chaotic. So I was like, let's go Mortal Kombat. Let's just take it to the limits. You know, not super family friendly, but we can make it family friendly. So I have 3 characters. Do you want to take a guess on one of them?
I already know. Jiro and Scorpion.
Ooh, close. Jiro would have been a good one, man.
Yeah, because he's got the chains.
Yeah, so here's what I did with Scorpion. I put him as Dusk.
Okay.
And the reason being is he would have an orb, but it would have a chain on it.
Okay, I can see it.
And that orb, because the orb has like those like long like sweeping attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has that I think it's his side signature that kind of like grabs them and like holds them in place, and then he like punches them or something.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. That'd be a good one.
So, and then he's oh man, I'm just getting excited just thinking about it. So his I think it's his down signature on orb. He like throws up the orb and then like kicks it down almost or something like that. And I think it would just work so well with orb as the kunai and the chain. And then I had to get
especially with his animations.
Yeah, because they're you can put flames on them, and it would just be really cool. And then the second weapon, the spear, I think I had to get creative here because he's never had like a spear-like weapon. So I figured, why not give him like a naginata, the spear with a sword on the end.
Yep. There's a couple of those skins in game.
Yeah, I think I actually just got one the other day. But that one would be really cool because he has those like attacks where he puts the spear through the portal, and it comes up through the ground. So it'd be like the spear going to hell and then coming back up, right?
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
So that's the first one. Second one, Sub-Zero. Obviously, you can't have Scorpion without Sub-Zero.
Let me try to guess who Sub-Zero is. Is it easy to guess?
Sort of. Sub-Zero was a fun one because he's used so many different ice weapons.
I don't even know what you would. Oh gosh, I give up. I surrender already.
I'm going with Sentinel on this one.
Okay.
So the guitar would be the ice daggers, and the hammer would be an ice hammer. He used the ice hammer in quite a few of the games, and then I think he used the daggers in like MK4 and MK11 as well. You could do like Sentinel's signatures are kind of lame.
Yeah.
I think he has probably one of the most like lame signature kits. They're effective, but they're lame. So I think you could do a lot of cool stuff with the animations on that with Sub-Zero. You could like throw an ice clone in there with like, I can't remember if it's a side sig, but you like throw an ice clone in there and you like charge us forward or something. You could do some really cool stuff with like how they did with the WWE crossovers where they added like other characters and they added like with WWE they added like the turnbuckles and the ropes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you just add some stuff to his animations, and I think you could make a really cool Sub-Zero out of Sentinel.
Okay, I see it. You've sold me on Sub-Zero Sentinel.
How cool would it be to have like just a NetherRealm stage theme, and then
oh my god,
Scorpion and Sub-Zero just duking it out, man.
Oh, that'd be hype.
And then my last one, Shao Kahn. You got to have a villain in there.
Okay, let me try to guess who. Magyar.
Oh, Magyar would have been good. I went with Nash.
Okay, that makes more sense.
He's already got the tiger head, the saber-toothed tiger head. So you just throw a mask on him instead, and his moves already feel very strong. And Shao Kahn, he uses a spear and then he uses the Wrath Hammer, so it just made sense. I don't really have a lot of good ideas with how to make the animations look really cool, other than you just make them look like they hit hard.
All right, I like it. I give just because you didn't use Jiro for Sub-Zero or for Scorpion, I'm going to give you a 9.5 out of 10.
Whew! Oh, and then I want to throw just a bonus character in here because I thought it would work so well. Nightwolf as Ember, because she's already got the wolf bow, and you give her some tomahawks. Whew, man, would be on fire.
Nice. That'd be nice. I forgot that he was a character.
Yep, yep. I think that would be like the low key one because I feel like all of these crossovers have like a really low key character. You're like, who is that? All right, hit me with your first one.
All right, so my first one, I feel like it's kind of a cop out but this is the unrealistic, never gonna happen one. So, I feel like this is so overdone. People talking about this one, but Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
I toyed with that one too. I'm not gonna lie.
So obviously the first one's going to be Petra Goku because she's got the Spirit Bomb orb attack. She's got the Kamehameha side signature. I mean, it just fits. She's already got the blonde hair. I mean,
instant transmission punch, basically.
Instant transmission, and I mean, she's definitely a Dragon Ball Z reference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lightly inspired by it. Now, the next one I struggled with a little bit because I was torn between picking a character I actually like to play or just a character that made sense. But Vegeta as Cross. Just because Cross already has a mean look to him. He uses gauntlets. Blasters don't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, but you could do something with like, who is it? The Fire Ben 10 character where the blasters are just like fireballs.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, so his most of his signatures are just like, he's just blasting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just like blasting over and over and over again. Just
I'm seeing it now.
Animation of just his hands just doing like Kai blast.
Yeah. Oh.
It would be nasty. I'm gonna learn how to draw and then learn how to add mods to Steam, and I'm just gonna mod all these Dragon Ball Z skins into the game.
I like that one a lot. I wouldn't have thought of that because, and this is something that I struggled with too when I was theory crafting, was, you know, like one weapon works really well and the other one you're like, man, what can I do with this?
Yep, 100%.
So Vegeta and Goku, you got the main two there. What's the third?
Course, we're gonna do Broly. Do you have any idea who I picked for Broly?
Oh man, Broly. See, I'm struggling with like the weapons. I'm like,
it is a gauntlet legend.
That's what I figured. And that's the other thing I kept going back to with mine. I'm like, man, I'll just give them a gauntlet character because then the other weapons are relevant. Core?
You say Thor?
Core. K-O-R.
Oh, Core. No, you were close. Onyx.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So with Onyx, you can, I mean, just look at like the side sig on the gauntlets, where she like digs her claws to the ground and like uppercuts you.
Yeah.
Like that's 100% something you can see Broly doing.
Yeah.
Now with cannon, we'd have to get real creative with the cannon, but just the way that Onyx stands and attacks, it's just so like really aggressive Broly style, and she's like I would say probably the biggest character we have when it comes to like just overall like yokedness.
Body shape, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think that would fit really well.
That's interesting. I hadn't considered, you know, most characters are very humanoid, but Onyx kind of just has like this like gigantic upper body.
Yeah.
Comparatively. So you don't know what to do with the cannon though, huh?
Don't know what to do with the cannon.
Yeah, I would struggle with that one too.
But I'm sure we could figure it out if BMG get on it whenever you do this crossover.
All right, I like it. I would give that one, you know, even though Petra's a cop out, the Vegeta one is killer, and Broly, if you had a good canon idea, man, it would have been a solid 9. But I'm gonna have to go with an 8.5.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, it's fair. It's fair. So the second one, and I think this one could happen. Although there's one thing I just really dislike about it. That I'll let you try to guess once I mention it. Power Rangers.
Wait, what? What was that?
We're gonna go with Power Rangers as my second crossover.
Oh, I thought you were asking a question there for a second.
Oh, no.
Okay, Power Rangers.
So there's something that I don't like about it. Do you have any ideas as to what it is that kind of puts me off of this idea?
Do they really use anything other than blasters and swords?
They do. But they all look the same, right?
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
It's like,
yeah, you
can't really do anything with the colors of the characters. So you're your different colors are kind of useless. And then it's like, well, how can you tell the difference between the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger if you've picked a different color? So
that's fair.
That's
okay.
the one
yeah,
thing that puts me
I see
off.
that being an issue. Mine is also going to have that issue. I didn't even think about it, but mine's going to have that issue.
So for the first character, I went with the Red Ranger, obviously.
All right.
And we're going to go with Thatch. Pretty cookie cutter. You got the Power Sword as the sword, and then the Blade Blaster as the blaster. Just very generic, like, karate-style moves. You just change Thatch's animations to be a little bit more acrobatic, and you got it.
That is easy enough.
Yeah. This one I like a lot. The Black Ranger as Zol. And the Black Ranger uses a power axe, and then the axe also has a cannon mode. So,
oh my gosh, it works perfectly.
I know. I don't know how this could work, but I know BMG can make it work. Instead of like you like throwing the weapon away, somehow you just like put it on your back. Like you throw the weapon, but like a copy of it goes on your back, and then whenever you pick up the next weapon, you pull it off your back, and it's like the cannon. You know, if you're using the axe.
That's sick.
So something like that, you know, like the weapon goes away, but you retain a copy, so you're like just transforming the weapon on you.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
And then I don't really have like the signatures thought out, but just incorporate the different Zords into it. You know, I think who did the Black Ranger have? Like the Triceratops.
Yes.
So you like charge forward with the Triceratops or something like that. It would be so cool. And then the last one, the Blue Ranger as Nye. And the Blue Ranger used, this is going to be confusing, but the Blue Ranger used a Power Lance, which actually looks more like a spear. It's like a long spear with two tridents on, or a trident on each end.
I gotcha.
And then he splits the Power Lance, and that becomes his two. They're like they're kind of like size almost. But they're a little bit longer, like a little bit longer handle, and that would just become your guitars.
That would be sick. I feel like that's all I've been saying is that would be sick.
Yeah. And again, I don't know how the signatures look on Nye, but you could do something really cool with turning the snake into the Blue Ranger Zord. So that's the second one. I don't have much to go from there because it was kind of like one of those. I need something that's realistic, but a little bit out there.
That's fair.
And man, I had to do some research on these Power Rangers. So I'm like, same thing as you. I'm like, they just all use blasters, and then like two of them used a sword.
So, well, I was gonna roll straight into mine, but I guess now that we're doing these ratings, I got to give you a rating.
Yeah.
So. The only thing is that it would be kind of weird to do a crossover with only 3 characters in a team that's known to be a team of more than 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
So I would give it 8.75.
8.75. And
also
realistically,
dinged you just a little bit because the colors.
Yeah. Realistically, you could. I'm gonna knock you for the same thing. Don't worry. You could add all 5 Power Rangers, right? But it's like they just all use blasters, so you'd have probably like, I think the Pink Ranger used a bow, and then the Yellow Ranger used like little daggers. So yeah, you'd have a Lucian, and you'd have a Diana. Oh man, a Pink Ranger Diana would be so cool.
So with mine, it is such a big ask for me to figure out who would be who on this. So I thought I would come to the table with a little bit more of a reason on why it's logical. Come up and then like kind of bounce ideas off you on who would be who. If that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
All right. So the reason that I think it's logical is because multiple games in the past of this IP have been made by Ubisoft, and as far as I'm aware, Ubisoft's Ubisoft. Ubisoft still owns the rights to the games.
I got you. I think I know where you're going with this.
And of course, there's 4 of them instead of 3. There's no way to get away with just doing 3.
Right.
You want to take a guess at who it is?
It's TMNT.
Yep. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, baby. It's the perfect crossover.
It's perfect, but it is hard.
Yeah.
Because of the same thing you alluded to with mine. It's like, well, one, you can't really mess with their colors. Although the original TMNT, they all had red masks, or like these reddish brown masks, and you could only differentiate them by their weapons.
Yeah.
So the weapons are really the selling factor. It's not the color, you know.
Yeah. So let's start assigning these to characters. So let's go with Raphael first. You know, he's got the size, so obviously that is going to be a Guitar legend. I kept wanting to say Scythe, and I was like, Scythe. A Guitar legend. And I would want to stay away from, like, Nye, because she's got Guitar Spear, and Spear is Donatello.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then you kind of want to stay away from Asuri, because you got Guitar and Sword. Mm-hmm. And then, we're going to jump ahead a bit here, but I assume Nunchucks is probably Orb?
Absolutely, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Granted, there's no Orb Guitar legend yet. Not yet. I really want it to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. Whew. Could you do something with, like... Sentinel?
I was thinking that, or what about Mako?
Mako, but he uses a skateboard as... Dude, Mako's in. His greatsword is just a skateboard.
Yep, that'd be perfect.
Because he does those, like, slidey attacks.
Yep. And then, like, him being grounded. Like, you know how Mako has the signatures where she goes underwater and, like, goes across the stage?
Goes into the sewer.
Either that, or he just, like, dives on the ground and, like, flat bellies on a skateboard and hops up.
Or goes in his shell. Can he go in his shell?
Oh my god, that is so much better than what I came up with. Yes, he goes into his shell. Dude, spins at you like a Mario turtle. Oh my god.
Would be
yes,
so
that's
hype.
Perfect.
Okay, I like that one a lot.
That is perfect. Alright, so next one's going to be Donatello, a spear legend. We've got a million to pick from here.
Oh, okay, spear legend is Donatello. I think the obvious one is Wushang.
Yeah. I think
then
that's definitely the obvious one.
You know, I like that one a lot. So here's what you do. Because his moves are very, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle-y. Very acrobatic. You give him, like, these gauntlets that... Because, Donatello's the mastermind, right? So you give him gauntlets that are, like... Look like circuit boards and like, just like they're just, like, thrown together, like... electromagnetic gauntlets.
Yes, that's perfect. I'm just picturing how good these turtles would look in Brawlhalla.
I love it. Okay, so we got Raphael, we got Donatello.
Now we got Leo. So who's the coolest sword legend you know? Is Koji the right move?
With bow? I kind of like it because, again, we can get back to, like, the skateboards, and, like, he's got that wood attack, so he just knocks him
kicks up a skateboard. Oh, that's too perfect. Oh, we can't get away from the Koji. How do we make up the bow, though?
How do you make the bow work? They use grappling hooks at times, right?
I guess. I don't know. It's been 2 decades since I've really
Same.
paid attention to the Ninja Turtles.
I mean, you could really just go with, like, something... Oh, okay. Are there any supporting characters that he could, like, steal a weapon from?
Not off the top of my head.
Nah, I'm
I
not
think
coming up
I
with
think
one either.
I think we're just gonna have to deal with him having a bow.
It's just gonna be a generic
I mean,
wooden bow.
Because you kind of just have that same issue with all the weapons you might pair with him.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. We did really good on the first two though.
Oh wait, what if we did?
What about Bodvar?
I just had one or off the top of my head that I liked a lot. Bodvar would be okay. What about I feel like Val's signatures are very acrobatic. Like, you know how the her side signature with her sword is just she like rolls at you.
Yeah.
That's pretty Ninja Turtle like.
But you want two turtles with gauntlets.
I want everyone to have gauntlets.
I know you do. Here's what I was thinking with Bodvar. You know, you have like you have the sword, and then you have for the hammer you have like a pizza box on a stick.
Okay, yeah, I like that one.
I don't know really what you could do that'd be really cool with his signatures, but you might be able to do something like where the other turtles are involved with it. So like instead of the bear, like you know, like Raphael comes out and hits him.
Yeah, kind of like how we have the Steven Universe one, the Stefani, or I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. They do the same thing with Xavier Woods and New Day.
Yeah, you got to popping out for the signatures. That'd be perfect.
So we going Bodvar or Koji?
I think we go Bodvar.
Yeah, I don't like the bow. I like the attacks. I don't like the bow.
Okay. Now we've got everybody's favorite Michelangelo. So it's going to be a Orb Legend, but Spear's knocked out, so we can't use Dusk. I don't think Petra makes sense.
No. Could we make Reno work?
I don't know if I like giving the Ninja Turtles a gun.
You just give them like a 9mm. Dude, they're in like what, New York or something like that. They probably picked up a gun once or twice in their life.
He's like, thanks, Shredder. Hey guys, Shredder gave me this new device to use in combat. It's called
Dude,
a
how
gun.
cool would a Shredder guitar skin be?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we have Petra, we have Thor, and we've already used Hammer. You got Fate. I don't know how you do Scythe. And you got Dusk.
Oh man, I think we're gonna have to. Actually, Thor's side signature on the orb kind of makes sense because he just kind of like slings it, and he almost slings it like a flail because like the orb's held on by the lightning.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Maybe I say we either just go with Thor and just deal with having two hammers, or switch Leo to Koji, so we don't have any copies.
Okay, I'd be down with the second hammer character, because like I think who are the crossovers for Panda? Yeah, I mean they did two gauntlets, you know.
Okay.
So
all right, so Thor.
What does the second hammer look like?
Let's see.
Could you do something with a manhole cover or something like that?
Either that or like we've already got like a stop sign. So, what if we just did one of those big pizza spatulas, but it has a pizza attached to it?
Oh, so then you have the pizza box and the pizza.
Yeah. So we've got two pizza related hammers.
I think that's suitable because pizza's such a integral part of the Turtles, you know.
Absolutely.
So,
All right.
as we were talking about this, it gave me the idea of a Master Splinter Mordex.
Ooh.
You give him the
Gosh,
little... I don't know what the weapons look like. You know, gauntlets, you can give him some dumb, big rat hands. I don't know what you do with the scythe, but it fits so well, and I think it just ties it together having Master Splinter there.
Yeah, I mean, Master Splinter would also kind of fit with Wu Shang, or also what would be a good Shredder character? Maybe Ragnar.
Yeah, Ragnar would be good because he's very like. I was thinking Asuri at first, but
I was just staring at Asuri, and I was like, no, that's the move. That's the move.
No,
right,
see, I don't think so because she's just like so agile and he seems like such a just heavy hitting character. So like Ragnar makes sense. Or you just make him Lucian and you give him a 9mm.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
I don't know where this idea of Shredder using a gun came from, but I like it. All right, I think I have to do that one at 9.5.
9.5. Okay.
Yeah, you lost a point for using me to come up with your idea, but.
Well, there's also the thing. I think I'm shooting myself in the foot here. You forgot to dock me for the fact that. What do you do about the colors?
9.25.
9.25.
Could you do something? Man, I don't know what you do with the colors. Here's the thing about the turtles. Like, you can change the color of the turtles, but how do you make each turtle look different?
Exactly. I mean, the masks are gonna.
The masks stay the same, but the turtle color changes. Because the turtles they're different shades of green, anyways.
Yeah. So I guess just the different shades of green and have their weapons out and so for example whenever you select Zariel, his selection screen, he's got his gauntlets on, so just have their selected screen, they're all holding their weapons.
Well, then they also have their initial on their belt too.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So it wouldn't be as bad. The Power Rangers is tough, man. I guess the Power Rangers have their Zord animal on their chest. So yeah, that's a struggle. I hadn't really like thought about that too much. I was like, as soon as I started talking about you can't just make the Red Ranger black. It's like it doesn't work.
God, you could tell we're 90s kids.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat, Power Rangers, DVZ, and TMNT.
Oh my gosh, are we cringe?
No, we gotta. I think all of those are still relevant today to some extent.
I know TMNT is.
Dragon Ball is.
TMNT had a huge upswing a while back.
With they had the movies and then the new Nickelodeon series.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Power Rangers is just pumping out seasons left and right.
I cannot wait to retcon this episode when they announce the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossover.
I think it's very possible. I think of the ones that we mentioned, that one's the most probable.
Yeah, I mean, it fits so well. I think about it all the time. The fact that I think about a TMNT crossover is the reason that's what made me come up with the idea to talk about this week. Because I just wanted to talk about it.
I'm glad you did, because I had a lot of fun coming up with my ideas and then scratching the ideas, and it was a lot of work actually. I was surprised.
Let me really show my age. What I'd really like, other than Power Rangers, would be the big bad Beetleborgs.
Man, Beetleborgs would be cool.
Oh yeah.
But
nobody knows what that is except 5 of us.
No. Yeah, we'll get Beetleborgs when we actually get a official Street Sharks crossover.
Exactly.
So this kind of leads into another point I wanted to talk a little bit about. I was browsing the Instagram the other day and saw that they put Orion in a game it's a mobile game called Mighty Quest as some event. Did you see this?
I saw it, and I meant to look up and see what Mighty Quest was, but I'm not quite sure. Did you do any research on that game in particular?
A little bit. I couldn't really find much worth watching, but it looks like kind of it looks like a top-down ARPG like looter game. It looks like you just go around killing mobs of enemies and getting some form of loot.
Okay.
So Diablo-esque, but on mobile. But they added Orion in to some special event, and it looks like he's a playable character, from what I could tell. It's not like he's a boss or something.
I gotcha.
But that
I might check it out after we get done recording. I might download it.
Yeah, it's a Ubisoft game, and it's been out for a while now. It looks like they've done a couple crossovers. I did see references to some other Brawlhalla characters, and I think it's because it's an Ubisoft game, or Ubisoft did something for the game. But it got me thinking, what games would we want to see a Brawlhalla character in? And I could have come up with a ton, I'm sure, but I came up with one that I really like. It goes back to me talking about Smite earlier. So there's this character. Do you know anything about Smite?
Not really.
So
if I'm being honest with you.
It's a MOBA, but all the characters are gods, goddesses, whatever, from different mythologies.
Okay.
So there's one character, Artemis, who uses a bow. And I was thinking an Ember skin for Artemis, because Artemis has like this very nature aesthetic to her. And her ultimate, she has a boar that like she sends out and it stuns the nearest enemy, and then she can follow up an attack with bow attacks or whatever. But instead you send out her wolf Ash, and that stuns the enemy. So an Ember skin for Artemis I think would be really cool.
All right, I see it. I wish I knew more about Smite, so I have to take your word for it.
Yeah, check it out.
Awesome.
Check it out. Did you happen to have one?
So I've got two of them, and I'll go with the first one because I don't want to say it's a cop-out or anything, but it just so happens to be Orion, because Orion has some of the best-looking skins in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally doesn't have a bad-looking skin. But I would absolutely love to have the Orion for Hire skin, or, I mean, literally any of them, to be honest with you, as Hunter Armor in Destiny 2.
Oh, that would be so cool.
I mean, the Orion for Hire just looks like something that would be in Destiny. But the other one that I would absolutely love to have is literally any Barraza skin, base skin, the Cody Travis skin that I just got, any of them. I would love to see him as a character in Apex Legends.
I was thinking, as soon as you said Barraza, I'm like, Apex or Borderlands, man.
Yeah.
Apex.
I feel like he'd
sick.
blend in too well with Borderlands.
Yeah, he'd be like, who's this guy in the background?
Yeah, right. But I would absolutely love to see Barraza in Apex Legends.
You know, you could even just do it wouldn't even have to be a full character. You could just do a crossover skin with the Cody Travis sawed-off Barraza and that robot dude. I haven't played.
Revenant?
Yeah, Revenant.
Yeah, he's got a skull face that looks very similar.
Oh, that would be cool, man. That would be really cool.
Oh my gosh. Now I want to go play Apex.
The thing I don't like about microtransactions in first-person shooters is I can't see them.
Oh, that's true. That's why you got to get a game with the emotes in it.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I forgot it does have those third-person emotes.
I emote in Destiny just to check my drip all the time.
Speaking of drip, and I think what we started this episode with thinking about was our favorite loadouts, man. We've spent all this money on this game, and we got to show it off, right?
Absolutely.
So I've come up with two of my favorite loadouts. I could probably come up with more if you have more, but you want to go back and forth on these again?
Yeah, I'll go first on this one. So, with the new colors that came with this season, mixed with season 1 of Brawlhalla, makes for a killer skin. So if you take and I'm not going to try to say the name because I will absolutely butcher it, but the Season 1 Battle Pass Hattori. So
Okay.
I love this skin from the moment I laid eyes on it. But an issue that I had with it was it didn't take a lot of shaders well. It just kind of like, instead of, it just felt like it was all the same color, just shaded differently, and nothing really looked all that great with it. Even like the only one that went good with it was that Season 1 color, Soulfire, but then that kind of got old after a while. But I have fallen in love with it all over again because of this Season 3 Battle Pass, right? Yeah, Season 3.
Yeah.
Color.
The Frozen Forest color?
Yep, Frozen Forest. So that on Battle Pass 1 Hattori with the Soul Shard Sword, and if I am not mistaken, that came from the Draugr Bodvar skin. And then the spear is the Spear of Wisdom. I'm not 100% sure where Spear of Wisdom came from. I think it might have been Battle Pass Season 3 spear.
I'd have to look at it. The Battle Pass Season 3 was all the weapons were very similar. Like, similar looking.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure where I got this skin, to be honest with you. Maybe, let me see if I can look it up.
So, that spear one, it's got, like, the crystals on it, right?
Yeah, it has one spear. Oh, let's see. It was a exclusive viewership reward from the second charity stream back in December. So I've had that since December and didn't notice that I had it until just recently.
You know, as I was looking through trying to figure out what my favorite loadouts are, I realized I have so many weapons that I'm like, man, what is this from?
Yeah, same thing here. But the thing about Hattori and that color scheme is that her signatures put out a ghastly green effect that matched the color of the skin perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
And then the weapons are both just crystal weapons that they just flow really well with the outfit.
Man, I don't think I have that weapon, unfortunately. I do have the spear. I don't think I have the sword. No, I like that one a lot. I actually went for a Frozen Forest color for my first one as well. And I'm going with Nidhogg Nye because I just got her last night. I haven't actually had a chance to use her yet, unfortunately. With the Loathsome Talon Spear, which is like, it has kind of like a feather looking thing on the back of it, this crystal on it. The crystal turns green with the skin, and then it has like talons grasping the shard on it, and then the talons on that kind of match her feet and her hands. And then the Qatar is the Bone and Bane, which is from one of the Ember skins. I think it's the one where she has like the deer antlers on her. But there's just like bone with two little like crystals in them, with twine wrapped around them, and it just kind of fits like the dinosaur, like not Jurassic Park, but Jurassic feel of that skin. And then for bonus points on that, you pair it with the T-Rex KO effect.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
And for anyone on YouTube, I think we're going to put these characters in we're going to put some images of them on the video. And then... one thing that I did, what I'd like for you to do is, I should have been writing it down or typing it out, but type those names out. Yeah, I got them.
All right, perfect. And then on Twitter, I've posted that Hattori skin. I just made this little graphic that has like a podium and a game background and the character and the skin and colors. I use the hashtag Brawlhalla drip. But I've posted that Hattori one once before. I'm gonna make those graphics for the characters that we select for this. Yeah, so I'll post that on Twitter.
Be sure to check Twitter and then put it in the video, and so you can see what we're actually talking about. Who's your second one?
So second one is definitely going to be Source Code Petra.
Oh, of course it is.
I mean, mentioned that I had started playing Brawlhalla around the time that Petra came out, and that was definitely the first skin that I've ever purchased for Brawlhalla, was that source code Petra skin. And I'll get to the colors last, but I want to go over the gauntlets. So I have these on the on my Switch, but I do not have them on my PC as of yet. I'm trying to hunt them down here. The gauntlets came from, oh goodness, what is his name? It was a Lucian skin.
A Lucian one.
Or not a Lucian skin.
Caspian?
Caspian skin.
The taggers?
It's the one that is, he's like very evil looking.
Is it the boomers?
Yes, the boomers. Yes.
Oh,
the
I
boomers
love those. I just got those the other day, actually.
They're so nice. And then with the orb, I actually like the baseball.
Yeah,
that
I do
comes
too.
with source code Petra, just because it takes colors really well. It's always like an interesting shade of whatever color you'd expect it to be. And as far as colors go, the thing about this skin in particular is, I know I am a little bit of a Petra simp, and this happens to be my favorite Petra outfit, or skin rather. But it just takes colors better than anybody. There's not a bad looking color on it.
Yeah, I'm going through them now. I'm just like, man, all these look great.
Like if I played Taros and I'll use a Taros skin and I'll flip through the colors and I'll be like, oh man, this Soulfire looks really bad on him for some reason. Like, source code Petra does not have that issue. But I would place it either on Soulfire being the top, or I don't know. I really like Home Team.
Home Team looks great on it. Man, Synthwave it's too classic, but it looks so good.
Yeah, I feel like I wore out the Synthwave source code.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I wish it matched a little bit better with the gauntlets, but I like the classic colors on that skin a lot.
Oh yeah, the white and green.
Yeah.
Oh,
those are really good. I feel like I wish some of these colors made the spikes on her hat black, like the gauntlets have.
Yeah.
I don't know if I assume the gauntlets probably change colors too, but I like that a lot. I really like the baseball orb just because it's such a cool orb idea.
Yeah, and it just like I just like it with the character. I think it's like, I picture her like in this big like hacker den, like in some like cyberpunk future, and she just like, whenever she's like struggling to hack something, like her stress balls is baseball, she just tosses up and down,
squeezing
in the air,
it.
like,
I like it a lot. So my other one is High Frequency Yumiko, and funny that we both picked the skins that our podcast art is based on. But I like High Frequency Yumiko with as good as the original bow is. I like the digital sample bow, which was, I think it was.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it was the Battle Pass bow, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I like that one with the regular bass drop hammer, just because it's the boombox is so cool on it.
Mm-hmm.
And those two kind of play off each other, because like the digital sample, like the round part kind of looks like two CDs almost.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go bonus points here again. You gotta pair it with the Robo Neko, the little sidekick with the power plug and the glasses.
I do like that one. I love TV Head.
TV
Head's my favorite.
I rode with TV Head for a while, but with Yumiko, and she has the cat ear headphones.
Oh yeah, it fits.
I'm like, I gotta go with that one. And then gotta throw Soulfire on it. Just the gold on the mask, and then I love the way her shoes look with that color.
Wow, big shock. We both picked characters that we literally used for the podcast art.
Yep.
Same colors and everything.
But I like to, whenever I'm going through and picking my character, as fun as it is to get the right weapons, I love getting the right KO effect and right sidekick.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I'll forget to change the sidekick, and it drives me up the wall.
No, I get more annoyed when I forget to change my sidekick than when I forget to change my stance.
Yeah.
I'm like, I play worse, but at least I got my buddy to take me from the grave back to battle. Well, I think that's gonna probably do it for our fashion episode. Crossover in fashion.
I'm very excited to talk about the upcoming summer event, because Petra is getting a skin. Spoiler.
Yeah, Petra and who else was it? Was it Zariel?
Yeah, Zariel. Zariel's also getting a skin. So I'm excited about those, two of my mains. So pretty excited. Probably going to buy both those just because. And then, you know what else I'm excited for?
What are you excited for?
When we get to talk about our predictions for the next Battle Pass.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Because, and I'll tell you why. I made a list on the Brawlhalla subreddit. It was like a big poll, and I put a bunch of like options. One of them was synthwave. One of them was like a zombies theme, because Halloween was like the battle pass was gonna, like halfway through it was gonna be Halloween.
Right.
So I was like, maybe we get like Halloween. And then had like Knights and Magic and a couple other really good ones. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have it pulled up whenever we get to that podcast.
Oh, maybe it's next week. Who knows?
And guess what won the guess who won the poll?
Who won it?
Or no, what what idea?
Was it synthwave?
It was synthwave.
And then we got it.
Boom, we got synthwave.
Wow. All right. Well, you might have the magic key, and you might be able to guess the next one.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, so I don't know where next episode's going to take us quite yet, but episode 5, we're possibly looking at having a guest. So if you have any ideas on who you'd like to see be a guest on the podcast, drop them in the comments, tweet at us, just contact us in some way. Join the Discord. We'd love to have you. We have a lot of fun in there.
Yeah, don't forget to join the old Discord. It is I actually don't have it pinned to the profile yet on Twitter, but I will before this episode comes out. Yeah, join in. You can listen to us live. You can send us messages while we're recording, and you can get some responses.
Yeah, so that's one fun way to interact. And then we also started the Gravity Cancel podcast clan in Brawlhalla. Clans don't do much, but I'm thinking once if we can get some people to join it, we'll play with you guys. We'll do some giveaways for clan members. It'll help us get our word out, get our name out. The more people that are in the clan and see people playing with the clan tag Gravity Cancel podcast, the more viewership we can hopefully get. The bigger community gets, the funner it gets. So,
absolutely, guys. I know we definitely want to do some tournaments in the future.
Yeah, those are coming.
Light spoiler there.
Those are coming. I'm hoping around the time frame of like episode 10 we can get a tournament together.
Perfect. That'd be amazing.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll catch you on the next episode.
See ya.